It is Monday, and I'm Nizzahon, and I do a weekly draft video every Monday. So we're doing some more Kaladesh. This pack isn't especially awesome. There's only 2 cards in here I've ever found myself first picking, and those are Deadlock Trap and Glint Sleeve Artisan. They're both good. I like Deadlock Trap a little more. Keeps me open for one thing, and I think it's just a better card anyway. Like, if you really get energy going, it's really good. It's better in a more controlling deck, but even in an aggro deck, it can just win you games by tapping down blockers and what have you. So I think that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we go. That's where we go here. Over Glint Sleeve. Glimmer of Genius is fine, but I don't like first picking it. It's probably the 3rd best card in this pack, though. It's pretty medium pack. I mean, Select for Inspection, Skyskip are fine, but other than that, we get past a Glint Sleeve Artisan. The question is, do I like Glint Sleeve Artisan more than Thriving Rhino, especially after I first picked a Deadlock Trap? That is a good question. I don't know. I like green a lot in this format. The ability to splash is something I've enjoyed a lot. It's just a color splashes really well. None of the other colors are very good at it. But it is Glint Sleeve or Thriving Rhino here, basically. I think I'm going to take the Rhino over Glint Sleeve. I could see going either way, but I prefer Thriving Rhino here. Okay, well, there's an Attune with Ether, so we can really go into this deck. There's also a Riparian Tiger, but there's so many 5-drops I can get more. Attune's great, though, and I think it's probably what I take here. Stays green, stays energy themed. Okay. This pack has a Pyro Helix, which is fine, but not good enough that I want to take it over a card that's in my color that's really good. There's also Prophetic Prism. So I think I take the Sculptor here. I think Sculptor and Helix are the 2 best cards in this particular pack. Thriving Turtle is probably number 3, and then Prophetic Prism. But we'll take the Seed Sculptor. Another Seed Sculptor. That's good for us. I think we just pick it up, snatch it up. Rush of Vitality is probably the 2nd best card in this pack. So another not especially strong pack. Okay. Now we're getting off green. Sage, yeah, it makes you energy, but there's way better ways to make energy. I'd rather have Gear Shift Ace, I think, here. It is true we're not going to make a ton of energy in a green-white deck, but we'll make some. And it's just the best card in this pack. I mean, Pyro Helix is fine. Well, maybe we should take Pyro Helix, now that I'm thinking about it. Gear Shift Ace is just such a good aggro creature, though. There's still a Sky Swirl Harrier. I think white looks more open than red does, so I'll take the Gear Shift Ace. And I'm immediately shown a Salivating Gremlins. Also a Subtle Strike, which is a pretty good card. I think I'd probably take it here. Could think about the Select for Inspection, but I like Subtle Strike more. So where are we? Okay, well here is a card that makes energy. It's not one I love a lot, but it's okay. Do I like Sky Swirl Harrier more? No, I think it's pretty close. I think I'm going to take the Ibex since we seem to be stockpiling energy already. The black cards here aren't anything I'm really interested in. I'm not a big Live Fast fan. I don't like living fast. Cow Prowler? High Tide Hermit? Terrible place to use energy, but a good place to make it. I guess I'll take Cow Prowler. Okay, red does look really open, though. I'll take a Spireside Infiltrator. So got 1 black card, 2 white cards, and a bunch of green cards. We also have the ability to splash with relative ease already, and we'll probably pick up more ways to do that. So that's worth remembering. Like if we want to pick up a card that's off color but really powerful, like a Revoke Privileges or something, or a gold card, it's not too hard. We don't really know what our 2nd color is yet, but I do think our 2 white cards are probably better than our 1 red or 1 black. I mean, Gear Shift Ace I think is it's comparable to Subtle Strike and definitely better than Spireside Infiltrator is. Our green cards are looking good, though, as is our Deadlock Trap. Alright, well here I think we do just take the big energy guy and see if we can pick up some good energy sinks. Ambitious Aetherborn is probably better than Curio Vendor. Curio Vendor is a 2-drop, and I do like 2-drops in this format, but not a great one. It's like a desperation 2-drop. Red has looked sort of open, but it's hard to say. I'll take a Dromedary. Not playing that, most likely. I think blue and red both look decently open. I'm not as sure about white, although it was a fairly late gear shift ace. It's a pretty strong card. Pretty strong. Better if we can get some vehicles, of course, but 2 mana, 2/1 with first strike is playable in basically every format they've existed in, unless it's a really slow format that doesn't have any other reason to be aggressive. Well, green-white does have the potential to go wide. I mean, we don't really have the cards that do it yet, but it does have the potential, so... Inspired Charge doesn't have a 0% chance of making our deck. Maybe 5. All right, let's see what we get here. Marionette Master. Well, I think that probably pushes me into black. It's a great card, very strong card. It's better if we have some artifacts, but even on its own, it's really good. Snare Thopter's pretty good too. I wouldn't mind this Attune coming back. It might. Snare Thopter almost definitely won't. There's no other good black. Well, Doomed Operative. I wouldn't mind getting that back either, but I think you got to take Marionette Master here. It's just a really strong card. It does incentivize us to get more artifacts. Wow. This... What? These 3 cards got passed? What the hell is in this pack? Smuggler's Copter or something? These 3 cards are... Like, Visionary Augmenter is the 3rd best card in this pack. Fleetwheel Cruiser and Harness Lightning are ridiculous. Visionary Augmenter is quite good, very good. You know, this is like a B+, and these are both like A-minuses, at least. This pack is insane. Hunt the Weak is good, too. Like, a lot of packs, you know, I wouldn't hate taking Hunt the Weak out of, but wow. We're taking Fleetwheel Cruiser. I think if we were red, there might be an argument to take Harness Lightning over it, and we could splash Harness Lightning, but Fleetwheel Cruiser is just really good. It's also an artifact. We just picked up an incentive for artifacts. Probably don't want to play that 6-drop when we have that one, but we'll take a Fleetwheel Cruiser here. This pack, though, this pack's nuts. Maybe Hunt the Weak comes back if we're lucky. Fleetwheel Cruiser plus Gear Shift Ace, I guess. I mean, we're not going to be white is our problem. It doesn't look like anyway. Though this pack is not encouraging about going black. I don't like Lawless Broker. I only like Night Market Lookout in like really narrow specific decks. Could just take Narnum Cobra. That might just be the pick. Taking Crew Fleetwheel Cruiser. It's good with Marionette Master. I like it more than Ballista Charger. If I had Gear Shift Ace for sure in my deck, Ballista Charger obviously gets a lot better, but I think we just take the Narnum Cobra here. Not the most exciting, but that's what we're doing. Wow. So, Pima Outrider is very good. That's what we'll take here. Gives us another artifact too. Although most of the time you just want to play this as a 4/4, but we'll take it. Riparian Tiger's not bad either. Okay. Black may just not be open enough. As nice as Marionette Master is, we may just have to go with Glint Sleeve Artisan here. I mean, I don't want to take Harsh Scrutiny. The green cards here aren't very good. I mean, Blossoming Defense is pretty good, but I'd rather take a really high-quality creature. I wish you were only 1 black so I could splash you, you bastard. Yeah, I think I'd probably take the Artisan over Blossoming Defense here. If I was seeing better signs about black being open, I'd think about it, but we're just not. Yeah, and it continues. It continues. So it looks like we are, in fact, green-white. Glint Sleeve Artisan's good, but man, Restoration Gearsmith is really good. I think it's what we take here. We can already splash. I wouldn't mind getting an Attune. I don't mind Consul Shield Guard either, but we're going to take this and splash for it. Acrobatic Maneuver is actually looking pretty good in our deck. These have nice triggers. Glint Sleeve Artisan does something. Thriving Rhino does a little something. Pima Outrider does a little something. Ibex. Fleetwheel Cruiser even. Like you can make it so it crews itself automatically again. And obviously Restoration Gearsmith is good with it. Red cards, you say? I think I'd probably take a Self-Assembler though. Over like Quicksmith. I mean, we're not red. Over like Mind Rot or something. So we probably are going to splash black. Yeah, we're going to take an Attune over Sky Swirl Harrier. Attune helps us splash better. We can also probably, maybe at least get away with 16 lands. Depends how many 5s we end up with. These black cards are pretty good. This black card anyway is pretty good. I guess we'll take Rush Vitality. Something strange happens. Takedown's a great sideboard card. I guess I'll take Herald of the Fair and play him if I'm desperate. Wily Bandar. Not playing that at all. Not the Cat Monkey. So we're set for splashing, basically. We can run one swamp and get away with it. Do wish I'd taken that second Gear Shift Ace now. What are you going to do, though? Gear Shift Ace also good with +1/+1 counters from Seed Sculptors, it's worth noting. Our deck in general, pretty good if we can get Armorcraft Judge. We have several ways of making +1/+1 counters. Our 2 Thriving Creatures. Seed Sculptors, obviously. God, Confiscation Coup. Oh, man. It's a little frustrating. Coup is incredibly good. But we're in our third pack. I don't really think we can afford to just sort of take a detour into blue here, unfortunately. I might be more tempted if Renegade Freighter wasn't in this pack, but it is, so that's what we're going to take. I wouldn't mind Appetite Wheeling. Has a real chance of doing it, I think. I don't know if I want 2 Acrobatic Maneuvers, but I'm taking Renegade Freighter here. Someone who's in blue is going to be pretty happy. We could try to splash Welding Sparks, too. Since, in terms of removal, we are not doing so hot. We have our Deadlock Trap, that's basically it. And it's not even real removal. It might be better than splashing the Gearsmith since we're so desperate for removal. There's also an Outrider in this pack, though. Hard to say no to a Pima Outrider. Yeah, I'm going to take the Outrider over the splash of Welding Sparks or the Attune with Aether. Okay, Wisp Weaver is going to be good in our deck. I think we got to take him. Propeller Pioneer is nice. Wouldn't hate Eager Construct either, but... Or her, I guess. Ooh. Oval Chase Dragster. I think I'd probably take that over, like, Engineered Might, which isn't great in our deck. Gets us another vehicle. Man, if we had 2 Gear Shift Aces... We're up to 3 vehicles. Black cards here are pretty good. I mean, Thriving Rats and Subtle Strike are both cards I'm happy with. But we'll take Oval Chase Dragster. Could take the Pillar Bug. We'll be able to use its ability sometimes. I think we definitely want to take a creature. We don't have a ton of them. Appetite is nice. Blossoming Defense is nice, and so is Built to Last. All these tricks are nice. I kind of feel like we need a lower curve creature, though. As underwhelming as Prakata Pillar Bug is, for splashing black, we will be able to use its ability on occasion. Yeah, I mean, we need creatures. We need things to crew all these vehicles, right? Thriving Ibex isn't great. Malphus Squad, huh? So, Maneuver's okay, but I guess I just take another Ibex here. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, things not looking great now. We're getting cut pretty hard here from our 2 colors. Guess we take another maneuver. Probably don't mainboard 2 maneuvers, but... Ugh. We're probably going to end up having to play 2 Heralds of the Fair. Black seems really open in this pack. Makes me kind of wish we'd gone the Marionette Master route, but what are you going to do? Could we still detour into that somehow? I don't think so. Gonna take a second Herald of the Fair. Not a card I'm happy with. Another Acrobatic Maneuver. I mean, maybe we take an Aetherborn. Yeah, I mean, it isn't... We have 2 of them? Yeah... Don't think I want to splash 2 of them, but I could think about splashing 1, I guess. My god, all the Acrobatic Maneuvers. All of them. We just need like 1 more playable. For Desperate, I guess we can play Self-Assembler. Or a second, maybe second Acrobatic Maneuver is just going to be a little better in this particular deck. It probably is. It probably is. At least we're up to 15 creatures, and that's not counting our 3 vehicles. So Didn't exactly come together the way I wanted to. But it seems solid-ish. Got some nice blinking going on and a nice aggressive. I mean, our curve's not as aggressive as I'd like, but we do have 4 good 2-drops and a bunch of 3s and then a bunch of vehicles. Okay, here I guess we take Engineered Might. Question is whether I run it. Could think about running it instead of Acrobatic Maneuver. Number 2. I don't hate that. That's probably what I'll do. We got a few ways of making servos, you know. Could also cut it a thriving Ibex, but I think we probably want to make sure we have lots of creatures who can crew our 3 vehicles. Well, something else we can cite in. How many of our creatures die to that? Several, but not a ton. Just Narnum, Cobra, and Gearshift Ace, and the 2 Heralds of the Fair. I don't know. I haven't run a Herald of the Fair since like the very beginning of this format, where it seemed like it was a lot better. I thought it would be a lot better compared to like I thought of it like Yeva's Force Mage from back in Magic Origins. No, it's bad, but I mean it's not bad. But there's a lot of 3-drops I'd play over it. We just didn't get those, so we could also think about running the big Cow Prowler, I guess. I think we do have to run 17 lands, even with 2 attunes. Unfortunately. I think green, I think our big problem in that draft may have just been that green wasn't open enough, and black may have been more open than I thought. We could actually seriously consider doing something completely different, which is losing these. They're good cards. I'm not saying I'm definitely going to do this. And then just... Problem is our curve is terrible. It is not good. And we'd have to run like 1 self-assembler. Oh, we lose him too. I mean, there are some pros to this particular deck. Like, our power level might be higher. Like, because Marionette Master is so good. Makes all our artifacts a lot better, but especially our vehicles. But I don't know. I think we probably. I think we want to go with the other version of the deck more. But black probably the way it looked in that 3rd pack, I think it probably was open enough that it wouldn't have hurt to move into. We do have good green cards. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like we got most of them really early, and then after that we never got any more. And it is nice that green enables us to splash this really good gold card, but that may have been a mistake. So, do we want to run Engineered Might? Oh no, we have Thriving Rhino. Yeah, we'd rather play that than Engineered Might. But Self-Assembler. So yeah, do we want Engineered Might, Cow Prowler, a main board takedown, since in terms of removal we are basically non-existent. We could mainboard a takedown, but it's just a dead card so frequently. I think we probably just take Engineered Might, go with that. I don't love it, but as far as a 23rd card goes, oh, wait a second. Do I want a second Acrobatic Maneuver or an Engineered Might? Nah, I think Engineered Might's probably a little better than a second Acrobatic Maneuver even in this deck. All right, well, deck doesn't really feel like it got there in most ways. We do have 3 really good vehicles, and some nice stuff that we can blink and things like that with our Wispeaver Angel, but, you know, it may overperform, so we'll see. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.